Hello, Redzone. It's your favorite buffet cleaner here, back again with another episode of Let's Argue, episode number 14. It's been probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks since the last podcast. Stuff's starting to slow down, but that's alright. We have some questions here, some submissions. Let's go ahead and jump on in. Let's make this a nice little episode here. So the first submission is from Gas Oven. What's your favorite type of Hot Pocket? I think my favorite type of Hot Pocket is hot ham and cheese. Yeah, that's my favorite. That or the breakfast one with the sausage, egg, and cheese, that was pretty good too. I probably had more of those than anything else. But I'm not a big Hot Pocket guy. Submission number 2 is from Sick of Your Shit, which I am. As a whole, how well do you think the new guys have progressed? I think they've done okay. Each one of them kind of has their own hurdle to get over. I think like Glenn needs to be more active in the chat. I've not played him, so I don't know how his gameplay is. Probably pretty good. Cad, very active in the chat. Gets down on himself. He needs to... He's actually... my only complaint with Cad, and it's not even that big of a deal, is I just think he needs to get more into his playbooks. He just needs to kind of vary his play calling. It's usually pretty easy to figure out what he's going to do. Smokes, really good at the game. Needs to figure out. I mean, he plays within the rules and everything, but I think that he is a little bit more on the cheesy side. He needs to kind of tone that down a little bit. Figure out more ways to move the ball than just PA shots. It's not a shot at him, but I mean, I guess it kind of is, but not necessarily. I'm trying to give you what I think they need to do, but. Overall, I think everyone's good, and everyone should. I like the guys. I like the new guys we got. I think that we definitely got at least 2, maybe 3 of those of the new guys are going to stick, and they're going to be some of the new people that, the new errands and all that kind of stuff. So I think pretty good. I think they've done good. Let's see how it goes into another cycle, though. Submission number 3 is from GJ Fluker. I'm glad that he listens to the show. He hates Madden 19. I agree. It's fun. Oh, it's so bad. It's awful. Submission number 4 is from Toff Dick. Not Toff's Dick, just Toff type Dick, I guess. People who exploit this game mechanics. People who exploit the game mechanics. Why? Is it that serious to win? I mean, I've been saying this, like, day one. I thought this before, too. I mean, that's the whole point at the league is we're trying to replicate real-life football. We're trying to make our own league. Winning comes number 2 to being sim, and everyone should have that mindset. So, if you're in the middle of the game and you're like, if I win this game, I go to the Super Bowl. What am I gonna do? I only have 15 seconds. What play am I gonna run? I'm gonna go the Aston route. So that's fucked up. You run ahead, do what they do in real life. You lose, you fucking lose, man. It's a part of it. It's a part of real life. It's a part of game. In real life, they don't have these fucking cheats. They might have like rule exploits, but that's about and that's just some Patriot shit. Other than that, I mean, we're all in the same boat. We can all abuse the mechanics if we want to. You're not special for doing it. You're just a piece of shit. Sorry, I was getting triggered. Submission number 5. Conspiracy theorist: Is the Rams tanking? If not, what has happened to them? I do think that he's tanking. I think that Black Magic is too good to only have 3 wins. Like, way too good to only have 3 wins. So I'm not buying it. Submission number 6. Queen Latifah asks, is Madden 19's run coming to an end due to Division 2? I don't think so. No. I mean, we're going to keep playing out. And then after the Madden games, people will be playing Division 2. I do think it is. I mean, with good games coming out, Madden sucks. God, Madden sucks. Why can't it make a game that makes me want to play it? Submission number 7, Rules Guy. Is it me, or as the cycle has gotten longer, the left stick is getting looser and looser? I don't think it's getting looser and looser. I do think that this cycle, you have a little bit more of it, but I actually don't think it's a bad of it. I think that the left stick rule was put in place to prevent people from abusing the AI because we couldn't switch. You can't switch, so you can't be running around AI defenders using the left stick. That's the point. Now, also, that's still an issue. So you still, but it's not as bad as it was. So if you go from the A gap to the B gap, and it's an ISO, I'm not mad. If you go from counter left to running off tackle right, then I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, 1 or 2 gaps, I'm usually all right. If it's open, I mean, why? If it's wide, if they run like a stretch and somehow it goes to right, it goes left. That's what I would question that. But if someone runs a stretch and somehow it goes into the B gap, I'm usually not too mad about those. So, I mean, like I said, if it's like wide open, in real life, the running back can stop and change direction. We can't stop and change direction without using the juke. And Madden's just bad. Madden's just bad. I don't know. I don't think that it's too loose. I saw someone bitching about Pat the other day, and when I played him, I didn't see one left stick. So I don't know. Submission number 8 is from Fuck the Stretch. How many times should a stretch be ran a game, and should it be left stick up the field? Well, no. And I guess how many times should be ran a game? That really depends. At a certain point in a game, if they run the stretch every single time they run the ball, there's going to be tells. They're going to come out with 2 tight ends on that side. They're going to come out in heavier formations. Maybe not. But there's definitely formations that you know the stretch is coming. It's like, this is either a stretch or this play. And then in those circumstances, be prepared for it. I think that I'm a pretty good stretch defender, mostly because I put the time in, I think. I put the thought in. I don't know if everyone doesn't. I mean, you guys could. How many times it should be ran? Basically, what I'm getting to is it's not the offense's job for you to stop them. They do need to vary their play calling. But if I run a stretch and I get 30 yards, and then I run a dive and I get 2 yards, and then I get a first down, I run another dive, get 2 yards, run another ISO, maybe run and then I hit another stretch and it gets me another 30. I think that all plays need to be set up. But at a certain point, if you're running a shitty defense, if you're running a bad defense against something, and you're mad at me for running the counter to that bad defense, I mean, sometimes it's on you. But no one should be spamming any plays. So how many times is it's going to be different per game. But you do need to vary your play calling. Submission number 9 is from Messiah Tate's. Messiah Tate's Taint? I don't know who that is. Yeah, Misha? Messiah? Misha? Whatever the fuck. Any sleeper picks in these upcoming playoffs? We're kind of at that stage in the cycle where, and I said this probably last playoffs, I kind of think that these are pretty easy to call. But the only one that I would say is Pat, because Pat has the will do whatever it takes in him. So I think Pat could upset the Bengals. Could they then upset the next team? I don't know. I think that he would be the only sleeper on the AFC side. And on the NFC side, I don't know if any of the picks would be sleepers. I mean, every team was a 10-win team. 3 12-win teams. So I really don't think there's too many sleepers in general. I think Pat winning it all would be the biggest sleeper of them all. Yeah, so I think I'm going to say Pat's probably the biggest sleeper of this playoffs if he was to come out and win it all. Caramel flavored ass pops. This is submission number 10. Says, does Kurt draft a quarterback with the number 1 overall pick, or does he trade back for draft capital? If he trades George Bennell or whatever his name is, I think that would be a huge mistake. Huge mistake. He's like an 84 overall. He's 24 years old. You are now at that stage with your quarterback that you start building around him. He's developed. He's developing also. He's only 24. He could potentially be an 86 overall quarterback at the end of this season, and that's really good. In the next season, I mean, in this offseason and the next season. An 86, that's really good, and an 86 overall, 25-year-old quarterback. You have your quarterback. You do not need to go and draft another one. So him drafting number 1 a quarterback just sets them back even further. If I'm Turtles, I'm either taking the best whatever he needs or trading back and getting a couple of those. I think that Turtles' team isn't that far off, so is it smart for Turtles to... Here's what I'm saying. Some teams, they have a really bad team, and that's why they're picking number 1. Some teams underperform, and that's why they're picking number 1. His team is not a bad team. His team is a middle-of-the-road team. So 1 great player is better than 5 okay players. There are certain teams that need 5 okay players because they don't have any good players at all, or any okay players. I think Turtles should ultimately stick where he's at, get a great player, and continue. I don't think he should actually trade back. But that is the second best option. Picking a great player, number 1, trading back number 2, and then trading or picking a quarterback would be the 3 in terms of like what I would suspect or what I think would be the best route. Submission number 11 is from Pessimistic Tom. This Madden sucks, and this should be the last season for the cycle. Am I wrong? You are wrong. I do think we should only have like maybe 2 more at the max. I think that we should. This Madden is really, really garbage. It really fucking sucks, and it's one that we definitely need to quit earlier than we need to quit late. Last Madden was one of their. I don't know if it was a good Madden, but it wasn't a bad Madden, so it made more sense going further into that one. But we need a break from this shit. This Madden sucks. Submission number 12. This one's from Predictor Pete. Make your wild card predictions. Okay. So I got in the upset Browns over Bengals, but that could easily be one of their. I mean, they battle all the time. Bengals probably win it, but I'm going to pick the Browns. Raiders over Jets. I think that one's going to be a sneaky, really good game. But I think the Raiders are going to win it. I think that they're probably one of the better wild card teams. They're definitely one of the better 5th seeds. And by there's only 2 5th seeds. So, and the Dell's the other one. So they're never mind what I just fucking said. But I do think that the Raiders win that one. Giants over the Skins. It seems like Ramesu has Cave's number, and Falcons over Bears. There's my wild card predictions. Submission number 13 is Paul the Predictor. Who is your Redzone Bowl 51 matchup? Once again, I kind of said this earlier. I think that this is kind of the point in this cycle that we know where things are what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna say, in stunning fashion, I think that, or not stunning fashion, but also old school, kind of an old school matchup is going to be Adele and Lefty in the Super Bowl. So I think that Adele almost had Aston in the last matchup, and I think that he's kind of got the momentum behind him right now. I think he could do it. I think he could beat Aston. Whoever beats Aston. If Aston loses, it's whoever's. It's probably Adele, is what I think. If whoever beat Aston's is, it just makes everyone eligible. Aston has the leg up. He's the number 1 seed. He's kicked everyone's ass. But I'm gonna say Adele and Lefty. And on the AFC side, Lefty, I mean, he's also kicked everyone's ass. His running game, however even if you want to call it lame, which I'm not a big fan of it, but I mean that running game is stout. It's very good. I mean, when you can score the points he scores, and it's mostly from, running the ball, and not just running it like running to set up the pass. He just runs the ball and scores. So if you can do that and make huge chunks, then you're gonna be successful. Submission number 14 is from Cave's Undercarriage Sweat. Who's the most surprising team to miss the postseason? I think that it's the Packers, because it's Moji, first off. He's got a good team. Secondly, if you would have asked me, if you would have told me at the beginning of the season that Moji would be 7-9, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. So, I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. Him being 7-9, I don't know what the hell. I guess that pussy really got him in circles. Another one that's kind of sneaky that I'm surprised. The Saints, I think I called them to be pretty good this year. They went 7-9 as well. Another sneaky team that did way better than I thought, not to miss out on the playoffs. I think that they're just a surprise in general, was the Well, did Nick win a lot of it? He's 7-9. Were most of those sim wins? It's the only way, right? Submission number 15. Big Fart says, can the Jaguars carry their 8-8 success into the next season? I do think that he can. I'm not saying he's going to go 8-8 to 10-6 or 14-2. I don't think that. I do think that what he needs to do to improve is he needs to have reason behind what he's doing. Reason, and he needs to stop pressing. Stop worrying about it. You're a new guy. You have a good defense. Just go out and play and have fun, and you'll figure it out. But also have a plan. So just know what you're doing going into the game. Don't go in there blind like, I'm playing Madden. That's what sets you up to lose, I feel like, in this league, is when you just say, I'm going to go play Madden. Game plan. Figure out what you want to do. And that's really my advice to everybody, is don't just go out and play Madden. Have a plan. Figure out what you're good at and build around it. Those three things, you'll be golden. Submission number 16 is from Concerned Titans fan, one of my favorites. We will finish 3rd and 4th in the South. 3rd or 4th in the South, with the Jags on the rise and a full offseason ahead of the Texans. Are we still in the mix? No. They've not. First off, they've not made the right moves, I feel like, to progress. I think they've only made the moves to weaken their situation. In order to be in the mix, JP has to have a plan this offseason. He can't wing it. What are you going to do to rebuild the team? So I think that they're not still in the mix. I think I can see another really bad season next season. Like I said, the other teams, Toff's not going to be throwing games next season. The Jags are going to continue being continuing their improvements. So yeah, it's not looking good for the Titans. Submission number 17, Moji Sucks says, who will trade for Nick Fitz? What will it take to get him? Is Moji completely butchering his team again? I think I must have missed this. Did he say he was trading his quarterback? Was it in the trade chat and I just missed it? If so, what the fuck? He already completely fucked his Aaron Rodgers and his team. He had the best quarterback in the game, and for some reason needed a new guy. He could still have that guy. I have Andrew Luck still. I'm probably going to have Andrew Luck the entire cycle. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know. He could just now be drafting the quarterback, and he would have probably won more games. Anyways, who will trade for Nick Fitz? If anybody's going to trade for him, I feel like it'd be Korn, and I don't think it'd be a bad idea for Korn to trade for him. I don't think Korn maybe should give up a top 5 pick or anything like that. But I think if anyone is going to pull this off, it's the Moji and Korn butt buddy fucking connection. They like to trade with each other, number one. Number two, I think it would take something like a really high top 5 pick for that to happen. Number three, I think that having a bona fide badass quarterback would be good for the Dolphins. Not saying it makes him win the division or anything like that. It's just going to help with his confidence. It's going to help with everything. He's got a bad team. He needs good players. But I can see that happening more so than anybody else. Submission number 18 is, I hate CPU games, and their take is, things I would rather do than play Madden. All Madden CPU. Watch Betty White eat out B. Arthur for an hour. I also would. Watch Morgan Freeman pleasure himself watching Betty White doing lesbian porn with a midget. No, I wouldn't want to do that one. Listen to Nick explain how he pulls girls and flies them out to Orlando, but somehow thinks he's not buying pussy. Okay. We love the pod. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. Thanks, buddy. Submission number 19 is from Poppin' Cherries. Is Douglas Cherry a Hall of Famer? First ballot. Put him in. He don't even need to be on the ballot. He's in. He just needs to be put in. Stop fucking around. They'll get it done. Submission number 20. This one's from Mike Dick Says Hello. The Semper Award is going to be a great race this year. Who is your front runner? I have Moji. Always bitching about something. Must be a New York thing. He needs more weed seed in him. Okay. Chocolate sprinkled donuts and red wine. Condoms or paper towels. This is a lot to unpack here. Semper Award. Who's front runner? I'd say Silk. I don't think I've seen as much out of anybody else as Silk. at least in the main chat. So emoji, I haven't fucking heard anything on emoji, but I might be dumb. I don't know. I might just be missing it. He needs more weed seed in him, sexually for sure. Must be a New York thing, maybe. Chocolate sprinkled donuts and red wine. Okay. Condoms or paper towels? Paper towels. Fuck condoms, man. I'm gonna clean that shit up after. Actually, fuck both of them. She's just swallowing that shit. Swallow my kids, bitch. Submission number 21 says it's from My Dick Says Goodbye. This Madden sucks. Will Redzone survive? It will, unless we play all the way up to the fucking release of the next one. This shit sucks. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. I hate it. In every way. The franchise sucks. I mean, it's the same shit. Just got this guy walking around in circles, and half the time you can't even see him. He's like see-through with a phone. No. The only thing that I would say in this franchise that I like is the progression system change. I quite like that. I hate the draft classes. I think they're ridiculously bad. There's never an outlier. The only thing there ever is this one guy who's, I mean, just 60 speed tight ends is every tight end. Every linebacker, except for like 5, is like 60 or 73, 74 speed. Completely unusable. I mean, it's just trash. There's so much shit I could say. I could spend a whole podcast just bitching about how shit this game is. And like just going through it with a comb and just, I hate it. Will Redzone survive? It will. It just, God, please, Adele, don't make me play it till August. Don't play, please. That's it, fellas. 21 submissions. We fucking chewed them up and threw them out. Spit them out. Whatever. Thanks for listening. Hopefully we have another one next Saturday instead of next Sunday. Trying a new format, so let me know how you think about it in terms of format. Not show format. I'm going to be posting these on YouTube now so that I don't have to worry about going over my time limit on SoundCloud, and who knows, we might add some more features into it. But thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye!